Hello there everyone and welcome back. My undefeated streak continues, and surprisingly it was against the Chaos team that had 1800 points against me. So on the plus side, we got to play with a lot of stuff, but sadly the dice were a little bit erratic, to say the very least, because both my opponent and myself kind of fumbled our first turn on the offensive, and my wizard, which I was hoping to show off and get good effect out of, did absolutely nothing. And after doing the math, or at least correcting myself, it was actually a 1 in 32 chance for all 5 of the Chaos players to not get knocked down. So it was just slightly less likely, or more likely to happen rather, as opposed to getting double skulls, which we did have happen as well for poor Sibley, who I gotta say is a lot of fun to play with, but that loner is a little problematic and a little annoying. But it's a learning experience and something I definitely need to keep in mind. But what I'm really bitter about most is Salathu, my level 2 Saurii, could have survived that battle. I did not realize it, probably because he was hidden behind the Minotaur when I was looking at him. He had an opportunity to do a 2-dice block on the Minotaur and ideally knock it down, if not just stun it or knock it out completely. Realistically though, it would have been knocked down and then probably would have blitzed one of my skinks, which would have likely died if those dice rolls were any indication. At least that's what would have happened, but hell, a level 1 skink would have been a lot more sacrificial as opposed to a level 2 Saurii. So I'm really bitter about that because that could have been avoided. My one death on my injured Saurii, Garatul. Unfortunately, there wasn't much I could do about that, despite my best intentions. In all honesty, if I had not burnt my first apothecary to keep Krosa from being knocked out, that would have at least prevented some permanent deaths that would have at least been really felt. And as a result, we only have 5 Saurii for the next match coming up. But otherwise, to make up for it, we got a bunch of levels in, and good god, +1 strength on a skink with Karnox here. It's going to be really tricky to get value out of this, not until I get more upgrades or more skills that allows him to be more aggressive or at least more bold as either my ball handler or even like a ball sacker, I suppose, giving him wrestle or tackle, kind of abilities that help keep my opponent from having the ball ideally. So it remains to be seen rather, how effectively I take advantage of this additional strength, which I'm probably going to need for the next match since I am going to have a bit of an open spot with one of my Saurii down. And otherwise Krosa's got his guard, so that's going to be interesting to play with. I am looking forward to this next match, and of course Axlmitl is now my main blitzer with my blow no less. It's not just for the sake of beating people up, and that was the wrong Saurii, but it's more about sending the numbers, ideally getting as many stuns and knockout results as possible, and not really trying to injure them for more experience. That's really the main value of Mighty Blow, especially when I face off against something that has really fragile armor. Axlmitl will be best equipped to deal with that now, as opposed to trying to rely on Krosa and hoping he doesn't suffer a bonehead result when I want to murder something. So I'm excited to have some fun with him and see how he performs, or at least how he helps tips the scale, because it's not a big power play ability. This Mighty Blow allows me to hopefully open up opportunities later on in the match itself. But with that said, Gore the Boulder is my replacement Saurii until I can get enough gold to get my 6. And Gore is just going to be my lineman, my front lineman. Ideally going to have guard, going to maybe have stand firm if he survives that long. But with that said, let's continue on with this match and see how much longer my streak continues. Oh, we're going to fight a brand new ogre team. At least it looks like a brand new ogre team. So they're going to have a lot of petty cash here. Since I didn't really lose a lot of points despite... Actually, I don't have any money. Yeah, they have almost 400,000 to boot. And this is also... level 10 players, so they're relatively new, and this is quite literally a brand new ogre team. I wonder what they would invest all those points in, since I am still going to have a difficult time with these ogres just because of their 5 strengths. And I never did check to see how much exactly a mercenary skink would have cost. But this is always scary. it might make for a short match if my opponent feels they're not prepared for this type of difference. I hate to ruin their experience. I'm just wondering how recent they would be, because I know there was the Skulls for a Skullstorm event, which probably would have discounted Blood Bowl quite a bit. Since they are level 10, that would arguably be enough for a couple of AI tournaments, and maybe doing the campaign as well. They may not even be there in all seriousness. Which be a... oh, never mind. They're there. They just don't know what to buy. And a wizard is definitely a smart first choice. You would think, although my own personal experience would have me arguing otherwise. And hell, they don't quite have enough for their... and Morkenthork, or at least the ogre equivalent of Morkenthork. So I think I'm okay there if nothing else. They're not going to get like a... well, actually, how many ogres do they actually have? They have the full 6, which means what exactly? No rerolls. That is something I will need to abuse, but 6 ogres is definitely... oh, I don't know who you are, Brickfart. You cost 300,000 either way. You're gonna have to confirm you don't have a lot of time. Maybe they were AFK, since after all, there was like a 5-minute wait queue at most. So what is a Brickfart here? Okay, it is a Ner Ogre, good god. With nerves of steel, no less? Wow. This is potentially a terrifying situation for me, because now we're dealing with 7 ogres. I didn't realize that they could afford an extra one, if I were to be serious. And every single one of them have Might Blow and Strength 5. I do have a guard on Krosa, and a lot of block, which should help a ton if I use them properly. But I don't have any tackle to really punish those Gnoblars the best. Which, of course, they have dodge and, of course, that twitchy trait to just run right past me, which will be annoying. Oh, they even got another... they also got another star player, which I have no idea what he's about. Looks like he's a runner of some kind, if I had to guess, because there seriously is no flying trait to him. I want to argue. Let's see, Stunty... right stuff can be thrown and dodged, so really he's just a star player you're meant to throw, I guess? Since he doesn't have a lot going for him otherwise. And my opponent is choosing to let me go first, I think. Oh no, it's not. Okay, so... this is probably the best I could ask for, to an extent. But after all, 7 goddamn ogres... at least they're just a regular ogre, looks like, with nerves of steel, which is kind of really weird. But otherwise, they're also meant for throwing, so it seems like we're seeing some kind of weird strategy that involves throwing and trying for a one-turn touchdown. At least they are equipped for it. And all my blockers are in back. With all these might blows, this first turn can be really painful, but I do have Krosa to help a little bit with the guard. Potentially. And they have no rerolls at all. Let's keep that in mind. We can punish this, but we basically have to wait for any windows to present themselves, ideally. But otherwise, that goblin looks like just a basic goblin. I was contemplating moving forward. It's a good thing I didn't. Because in all honesty, that would have left these 2 Saurii vulnerable to a block. I was really contemplating moving these forward because of Guard's power in this situation. But now they don't get free blocks. Which is why this formation is set up the way it is here. It keeps the skinks safe. The strength 3 skink's not going to get to do a whole lot otherwise. And how many Gnoblar do they have? They only have 2 Gnoblar and a Goblin. So I may have to try and blitz past them some. I do have a good handful of block, and I would love to see a Bonehead kind of ruin their momentum. Oh, they have 4 Noblar. That's also going to be another annoying thing. All these Noblar hiding directly behind everything. What an amazing start would be if Blitz somehow was foiled. It's a 1 in 6 chance, but statistically, it should always be a possibility to have Bonehead trigger at least once a turn. And you didn't Blitz. Now, I could block you relatively well with some Skinks' support. It's just a question on how well will that work. Because I also need the Skinks to help deal with our Goblin friends in back. And here comes the actual Blitz. Double push. Close enough to what I could ask for. Now, how are you going to push? Because if they push up here, then that's a really good opportunity for them to foul. And where do I sidestep you? That's a really interesting question. I think I'd rather sidestep you over here, because at least that way it's one less skink to kind of get this 2-dice block. And then if I knock you down, maybe you can be useful elsewhere, rather than having to move these 2 forward to just do the same. Although I'm likely going to need to do that anyway to kind of negate this block, or negate this assist. Whew. So far so good. Still looking for the opportunities of the Boneheads. Because Krosa does have guard in this mess, so it can be useful. But you do get 2 dice on Krosa with that said too. And you do have Bonehead, or 6 Skull, is it? Yeah, Bonehead, so you could, out of all of them, their Mercenary could be the one that fails. I think the main thing I need to do is to have my Skinks just run right past these guys and... Let's see. Well, that's convenient. Oh. So you failed the landing, but you got up. How the hell did that work? Is there something I don't know about this maneuver? Yeah, you failed the... Yeah, you actually failed that throw. So how did you get up? Oh, because you took the turn to get up. I'm just surprised your turn was still able to go, with that said. Alright. So I want 2 Skinks over here to get 2 dice block. And then we'll see about trying to intercept our Goblin friend. And also I do have block in my blow on this one guy, which I want to use. Oh, I did it again. I forgot to change my camera. And you do have block, so, and a really damn good chance to just stun this and ruin their momentum. There. That's 1 Noblar out of the equation. Miss next game. More SPP for Axlmitl. And I would like Kungo to go on up, but it's not really that big significant. I just would need to move you somewhere else. Would that be more useful, maybe? Well, at the same time. I got a minute. Let's keep that in mind, too. So get 2 dice, I got block, and I got a POW for good measure. And that gives me assist, and we'll look for an opportunity to rush them down. Don't know how likely it will be, but I should be willing to take some red dice as well. Just gotta keep in mind what has block. That's also the big thing. I can do 1 dice block. Sadly, with the reroll, that means I can't take any more risks like that, though. And I get 2 dice here, that helps alleviate, but where do I put the skink first? Well, really? There's not a lot of places I could put him aside for getting a 1 dice block here, which I'll do in a moment. And with his 3 strength skink, this could be good for me. Ooh, and a stun no less. Well, too premature to say it would be a stun, but good start nonetheless. Let me do... Ooh, that's still 1 dice. Oh, that was kind of the safe run. I was willing to go through the Noblar. But this will do. These skinks are going to be a threat, especially if one of them was strength 3. This is just a mess. It goes without saying. And who had guard? Oh, that was Krosa giving guard, even though it technically didn't matter. And a pow there. That sadly does free up their 1 ogre. And even to get a free block on a skink too. But they could survive. They only get 2 dice still without an assist, so they would have to infest some of their Noblar. Oh no, I'm wrong. Thankfully paid off still for me. Yeah, I was thinking for some reason I had strength 3 because Karnox is down here. He would have had only 2 dice. I'm doing really well on the pushes and not the pows at least. Thankfully. But with block, there's... yeah. It's a 1 in 3 chance for every dice they roll that it could be a knockdown on me. And thankfully, dodge is like my best friend in this situation, since it literally means a 1 in 6 chance. So even if they get 3 dice, my skinks are a little more reliable to stay up or stay standing as opposed to my Saurii. It goes without saying, I don't want them getting blocked, especially for free. And I want Karnox in there. Karnox is like my best friend for this situation. But the Noblar are going to be annoying. Since my stunty trait to ignore tackle zones doesn't really matter with their twitchiness. Okay, they got the pow there. I do have 5 skinks though. It's only a stun, thankfully too. And they burnt their blitz on that. Which I guess they couldn't have burnt the blitz elsewhere in all honesty. Let's see, do they get it? Nope. They need to roll a 10, so that was what, a 1 in 3 chance? Or 1 in 9. Is it a 1 in 9 chance? I think it's a 1 in 9 chance, or maybe I'm thinking 11 plus. So I would like to POW you, and Krosa can help with that. Also, so can a skink, but the problem is the skink kind of takes up the space, which I don't like. Because you could get up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Close, but not quite. I would love that potential, though. It's better than me. With the reroll, it's better chances than this. Is there a way I can get an assist on here? Because there is if I move over here. No, it would be a go for it, damn it. That's the only problem. I can't get the 2 dice block I want, especially with no guard. A push does not help me, sadly. But I can sort of get on the goblin, which helps. I'm just gonna have to burn my blitz to do that. You are the one I want to kind of push up there, though. And Karnox, you would have to do 2 go for it, so yeah. Not the most pleasant. Where are the Noblars, anyway? I want to murder the Noblars, ideally, because they're the ones that give them the strengths, or the ability to touch down. So where are they in this mess in all seriousness? Yeah, that explains it. There's one right friggin' there. So let's see about dealing with that ideally. And try and corner our little friend some. Try to. Don't know how likely that's gonna work though. Because I need a skink at the ready for when they throw. I'm gonna attempt the 2 dice red. It's just a push, which I will take. I think that's now a go for it for him there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. If they want to try and wedge open, or at least POW one of my Saurii. Because without a doubt they're going to try for a run, which I do sort of have a skink at the ready. And there's the Bonehead and the Blitz burnt. And no reroll to really kind of mitigate that. That was what I was waiting for the past 3 turns. It finally comes to fruition at probably a really damn good time, because Mezdecoet might be need to grab any one that they try and throw. I kind of see what they're trying to do though. They want to sort of goblin to hand off to a Gnoblar. But with block, I can deal with them incredibly well. Just sadly, Axlmitl, who's probably the one I want to deal with the Gnoblars, is nowhere nearby. Since if that goes over that way, I can't reach it. Especially with these 2 ogres in the way. But I think I want to go after you. Dodge and both downs. You didn't have the guts to take the both down, huh? I'm a little bit disappointed. Because again, 1 in 6 chance, but the last person I want getting in trouble would be Carnox. Since he is my most valuable skink with the strength 3. But Krosa can POW this one guy down. That will hinder their throwing ability some. Oh. I was wondering what that Q was for. It was just asking to reroll, I suppose. They're doing the jerky stuff, but the Gnoblar are expendable. So injured, and they got 2 5s. Thankfully, it was a level 1 skink, and that's 1 less Gnoblar for me to deal with. So I gotta kill this one, then deal with the goblin, and there should, in theory, be realistically no way for him to touch down. Sadly, I can't get 4 dice here, and that is damn tempting. That is a damn free dice. I'm just wondering if I want to blitz with you. In all honesty, no, if I blitz with anyone, it's with Axlmitl because of the Mighty Blow. No questions asked. So let's knock you down. Ooh, I'll take a POW. I will happily take a POW. And we'll keep you there for maybe. Let's see. Only a stun, that's good enough. Because now that just means there's only the goblin who currently has the ball, and I could get next to him. I just need a way to get these 2 dice. Which 1 assist is all I need. Which is where I want my blitz. Actually, I'm an idiot. Why not go for the best? I missed out on my opportunity to blitz the ogre. And this keeps me away from all their tackle zones. And best of all, it's Axlmitl with my blow. Sit yourself down. Stun. Of course, I would love a knockout at least, but that means no one has the ball right now. And I do have a skink here to get my 2 dice on their star player. Now, you don't have block, there's no point in doing that. So let's just go with the 2. Sadly, only a push. I will take it. I guess I'm gonna have to anyway. Kangwa Kangwa. You without a doubt need to get out of this mess. And you're also my runner, so I kind of want you in position to maybe deal with the ball. Now let's use their little formation they tried on us against them. Maybe? That sounds like a terrible idea. Since I kind of would need block to really help ensure that. I don't know why I'm doing this there. I should have done this earlier if I was even thinking of this, because that could have been 2 dice. Now let's just try and get these guys out of here. Not likely to get the ball, but let's look for an opportunity for it. We're in good shape so far, but there's still 2 of the runners and 2 of the 2 that they can throw at least. And sadly, Ulda is in a little bit of a vulnerable position. But hey, if they burn their blitz on it, I'm fine with that. Because again, dodge is my best friend, especially when it's still 2 dice block. So if they gain really nothing there, this might hurt though, since this one they get 3 dice on. Now they get a pow on Krosa. Alright, nothing serious. They might try, they'll get desperate and try. Ooh, both down, please. That's still always scary because their Might Blow probably would still take effect on my skink, but that ends their turn really damn prematurely. But how the hell is... If I'm realistically going to get the ball, I need to minimize the penalties. So blitzing you, and then ideally knocking you down. And Krosa can help with that. Well, until he boneheads. And speaking of which, Axlmitl, you are in an awkward spot to kind of blitz. But I can... Before I commit to this block, I need to move Axlmitl somewhere. Because otherwise he's just going to get in and tackle with someone. I'm just trying to think how is this going to work. Because if I put these 2 Saurii here that blitz, I could push the ball. Okay, maybe I do that then. And maybe stun an ogre as a bonus. This may not turn out as I'm thinking, but at least it's relatively safe for these Saurii. There we go, knock you down. And see if we knock the ball over somewhere. I did blitz. So, wow, that was unexpected, but I can still intercept easily enough with my skinks in the way. Because yeah, you can easily just come around here and just get in the way. And you are a low value skink, so it's not like I'm risking acing here. I just need my 2 dice block to kind of force you to blitz if you want to get any kind of opening here. There. And I do have a reroll. Am I willing to burn it? Actually, I kind of want Kangwa to be a little bit safer. Just at least to force them to go for it. And since I have block here, this is not a terrible roll. The riskiest I should try do. But it pays off nicely. I'm comfortable with this because I have a reroll and, of course, block. So that only a skull can really screw me over. And then other than that, this is a damn... I like to think I'm in a good position. It's just really damn intimidating. It goes without saying, with all these strength 5, even with no level ups. It is damn intimidating with an extra ogre that they got. And even conveniently... maybe conveniently for them, they got a 6 ogre as opposed to getting any rerolls. And you can't throw an ogre. Although, it's always possible they could try passing to said ogre, since I don't have anyone kind of punishing his maneuver some. Okay. Sadly, no side step, but that's still 2 tackle zones they have to deal with. Yep, please block on Saurii. Or try to dodge Saurii. It's not gonna go well. I want to think anyway. Okay, there's the second bonehead of the match so far. Out of how many, I don't know. You want to think they went with all 7 of them every turn ideally, but they did fail a couple. Okay, can you stick the landing? No. Because of the penalty. And knocked out. Since I saw it there, it was a 6+2 for the landing, which probably had to do with all my Saurii there. So I gotta ask, were you seriously planning on fouling? Ooh. Now the boneheads are really kicking in. And I can use Kungwa. Oh god. Am I understanding that properly? Was that like a 12+ or something they needed? Yeah, -3 because I had 3 players there. They needed a 12. Talk about daring. Although to be fair, look at all the Gnoblar they have as backup. But this is the last person or last player that can actually realistically touch down with the ball. How the hell can I knock you down? Well, I was thinking Mass Dekawet kind of blitzing this ogre, but I think I'm going to need one of these Saurii here to do that. And just use you to maybe just do a little bit of damage. I do have you, Axlmitl. This is farming season for you, or this match alone is for farming experience. Good god. This is not going to be pretty. I'm just thankful I have actually... Oh, you have sidestep, so you can easily go in different directions. I was asking if you want to use sidesteps, what's going on. Because if you didn't, then I would be forced to push an ogre. Actually, I kind of want to throw some of these guys in here, but at the same time, it's like I said, I need to blitz you. I'm just trying to think where it'd be best to place you, because if I push, you'll go here. I just want to negate assist, ideally. Somehow. There's both down, you have block. Good habit to double check that in case, even though I knew Masteko had block. Yeah, we're in good shape here. Am I able to... Okay, because I was a little bit worried maybe I did that wrong and had to force a go for it. We're good there. Where do I put you, Karnox? Well, that's the easy answer. I'm waiting to see what happens to the ball before I do anything. Alright, we get the stumble. Perfect. Am I willing to chance the ball going in a random direction? I am when there's no Gnoblar or no one to really grab the ball for him. Well, then that's perfectly fine. Sadly, the worst possible spot to pick up. Huh, still 3+. Oh, bonehead, that's why. So I'm willing to try picking this up. Anything else I want to do, just get Kungwa in position. Ideally in the best position possible, because... Alright, that's a go for it, so let's force double go for it. And Karnox is going to hang back, grab the ball and then run back, ideally. A little risky, because if they do blitz the skink, I get pushed out of field, so I'm going to have to try to go for it. At least one. What the hell was that? You just went through like 5 tackle zones there, and that freaked me the hell out, Karnox. I don't know what you're doing, buddy. I keep you there. I keep you there, Gordohi. Since this could, Ogre at least can get me in an awkward spot. And now the boneheads are really striking hard, good god. Twice in a row for that one poor fella. Who wouldn't have gotten close to any of my skinks? Unless they go for it. Which with no rerolls is bound to fail eventually. Sadly my guard did nothing there, did it? that should have been a 1 dice block, but it's because that Noblar. I forgot about that cursed Noblar again. Damn. And that was a blitz too. It's also a demonstration why ogres are a little bit risky. Because they can go amazingly when you avoid the boneheads. Ooh. This might hurt. I can't look. Okay, there was no cinematic. I kind of peeked a tiny bit on the edge of the screen. So that's how I knew I was safe. Now. Can't quite hand off. I positioned Kungwa poorly, I think. But that was kind of the safest bet. And without a doubt... Oh, I can't get the 1 dice block there. Only way I can get a 1 dice block is with this one. In all honesty, I'm willing to just forfeit this core and just run over here. Let's see, 1 dice block here, that's fine. I have extra skinks to help allow for the sum. And with no go for it. And you could just get up and mark him again. I was ideally without a go for it, but this is good enough. The amount of boneheads they're suffering has left me a nice little window. Let's just start knocking down ogres first before I start getting a little bit greedy with the 1 dice potential. So we have a free Saurii here. Krosa, you could bash actually. So that's probably better, and that frees up Mestequet. If it goes well. I just didn't want to jinx it. And sadly, that leaves one of my Saurii a little bit pincered. I don't know if I like that so much. Now let me see how I can position myself here. Get everyone in position for maybe a touchdown next turn. I gotta keep in mind there's an ogre here, so I need to move this one Saurii into prime position. In all honesty, I could move up one, because a Noblar is not likely to do much here, especially with Karnox with Strength 3. I'm just really worried about... Listen, is that Gore? I think that may be Gore, or New Blood. I'm not going to attempt any more go for it, because at least now my skink's safe. No, that is Axlmitl. Because I'm thinking maybe I chanced the 5+ dodge, but... This is going to hurt. And you can easily reach Kungwa, but I think I put Kungwa in a bit of a better spot. I can touch down next turn at least. And they can only do 1 free block on Axlmitl. Bonehead's still my savior at the moment. It opened up this window for me, but... Ooh, both down. And with no rerolls, that's like the fastest turn ever. Outside my failure with Sibley, but I think I spent a lot of time just contemplating too and monologuing. Now, it's a question of who do I want to touch down? Oh no, I have 2 turns left. Kungwa is close to a level up. I could chance level but or chance the touchdown right now, but I think I want to go for the level up on my skink. Since I have a free turn. This might suck though. Is there any blocks I want to do first? Ideally, I want to get Axlmitl out of there, but it's actually safer to keep them down, because if they even dare attempt to foul, you know that might risk them losing an ogre, which is a better situation for me. Block, thank you, block. This was the skill I was lacking in my first 2 matches with ogre. I only had 1 with block, and it was really awkward to utilize. Now I gotta make sure my position's all set up. At least as protected as possible. And maybe Krosa can move on forward too. Now, just don't do a go for it, ideally. And now I should be perfectly safe. I just might regret this if the dice go badly for me. But, let's see, Ulda is really damn close to leveling. So that's what I want to do, and I still have a reroll to chance it, although I could have tried a Saurii. Okay, that worked out nicely. In all honesty, the strategy is to try whenever possible to hand off to a Saurii, so that way they can get the 3 experience that way, but with only 2 turns left, it might not be worth trying, regardless of how secure I feel. I need to get a little more used to the idea. But with 3 rerolls and a handful of Saurii with block, I am going to have a lot of situations where I do have rerolls to spare, which will justify me attempting at some point. But now, they only can blitz, so they can only get 1 more free block. Just a question who they're going to try and block with. It's just really weird seeing an ogre with Nerves of Steel. Pretty much, yeah, just meant exclusively for throwing goblins and Noblar. So it's not a terrible idea, I guess, considering you also want them in the front line. And Nerves of Steel just ignores penalties for trying to throw or pass when in a tackle zone, so it probably makes sense. It just seems really weird. And if I were to be serious for experience gain, you probably wouldn't want to bash with just a regular ogre. And I left Axlmitl down on purpose. Oh, they are going to try a foul, which thankfully did not pay off. Now I'm just curious, did that deny them a foul at all? That's something I'm not familiar with, because that's such a rarity. In final turn, I would love to bash more, but let's not chance it. Ulda, get your level up. Ulda the Slippery is now level 2. We just gotta wait till the rest of this match to see what he gets. In all honesty, oh, my opponent just disconnected, damn it. That's what it looks like. Yep, they just straight up conceded. Which is interesting to concede then. But what I was gonna say is I'm really thankful to have learned from those 2 ogre matches. Sure, from what I understand, ogres are kind of like one of the least, or at least the more gimmicky type of teams to try and win with. But they are sure as hell damn intimidating. Especially in my case where, after all, I'm so used to the idea of my guys being stronger than almost their entire roster, outside of a few handful of their elites or blitzers, that when I have to fight something that has more players that are in fact stronger than me, that is indeed terrifying. So I'm thankful for the previous games I had, but rolling a 2 will not do. I need another Saurii, and that will do it nicely. And now we're at 10 fan factor and a level up. And both my skinks got MVP. I can't remember, you're just no long-term injuries, right? Oh, you also got a level up because it said MVP, but it doesn't look like you're a long-term injury. But I'm not satisfied with nearly a half-hour match, so let's try for another one. Although it goes without saying, this is going to be an incredibly long match for me, or recording, if it drags out at least, but I could get myself another Saurii. Who the hell do I name him? That's the only problem I'm going to have, trying to name a new Saurii on the fly, but what levels do we get? 8? So we already got catch, so I think what I want to do is start grabbing some diving tackles for when we eventually deal with elves or someone that is trying to play for dodge type of mechanics or touchdown play as opposed to bashing. Only problem is I need multiple diving tackles, which... Wait a minute, wait a minute. I'm thinking of this wrong. You're just level 2. I was thinking maybe you were level 3. So we'll get you sidestep. That allows a lot of versatility there. But I am seriously going to have to look into getting some diving tackle on players. Another 9. We're getting incredibly close to our 10, but not quite there, which would allow me to get additional movement on these skinks. Which is really handy for trying to maneuver around the field. Good God, I'm gonna be at 1500 once I buy the Saurii. I'm terrified. So, Gorpek, we're gonna stick with that, but I'm trying to think what would be a good title, because I think I want you to be a generic lineman as well. I named Gore the Boulder, since he is a lineman, he's going to be standing firm, and if he gets his level up, he's going to ideally be rolling all over him. Pun intended. I just don't know what title to give you, if I were to be serious, and I want to make it quick. Time's elapsing. Ooh. I think this fits more for a skink, the Sinister, if I were to be honest. And not quite a frontliner, but, I like it. I'm gonna go with it. And then we'll have to go... I like the face paint there, so we'll have to go with that at some point. It's bloody. Which is why Slatlu, I can't remember my first Saurii that died in the first damn match. He was gonna be level 2 Mighty Blow and just murder people. So, I may approach that route again if I feel like, or get down to the point of getting another Saurii. But yeah, I used to have 4 block, which was really nice, but 50-50 is still pretty good. So let's try for another match and see what I do, and good God, 1500 team value. We're skyrocketing quickly, but outside of levels, from here on out, I shouldn't boost up my points that much more, because I'm not really expecting to get more rerolls. It's just the fan factor might screw me over, with that said. If I keep on winning, I basically get an additional 10 points possibly for the additional fan factor I get. And no, I don't want my coaster being vacuumed to my glass of water, damn it. That was going to be really messy. But otherwise, that was a damn good start. And I feel like that was pretty damn solid too, but at the same time, well, who am I kidding? The team value allowed them to have a ridiculous 7 ogres. Even though they had no rerolls, even most ogre teams at probably around this point. Well, at 1500 around that point, they probably had their 6 ogres at this point, but the ogre teams I faced off before only had 5, and that was still terrifying for me. But thankfully that block is really damn useful. And if I can get a Saurii with Tackle, which basically negates their dodge on the Gnoblars, I'm going to have a really powerful Saurii to kind of knock down their Gnoblar. If not just injure and kill him straight up. Oh God, really? Really? Wow. What is it with all the ogres? This is like twice in a row there. Although, let me have a look at their team. They have their 6 ogres. It goes without saying, 2 rerolls. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Are you seriously all Journeyman Gnoblar? Well, they have 2 Gnoblar. Extra mobility and extra agility. Wow. This is an odd mix of players, isn't it? But they have 3 guards, so my front line's in a lot of trouble. Krosa was kind of my strength. Yeah, they have almost no petty cash because of those journeymen. It was like I was talking about before with my skinks, if I had a mercenary skink, which I didn't bother to check yet again, but their Gnoblar are likely more expensive. Oh, and they chose not to buy anything. Yeah, a Gnoblar is what, 20,000? Mercenaries 50,000 and they have Loner. But, this will be odd. No plus strength on any of their ogres, only one of them has block, which they would, I think they need to roll a double 4 to actually get. And then the rest, a handful of them have guard. Am I ready to pick up or shut up though? Talking about, or put up and shut up rather, since I was talking about how I think I let them go offense, maybe. Because, yeah, I need as many players as possible to deal with their brute force. And now I could take a wide arc. Is that what I want? Oh, wait, this is... I know what setup I want. It's not Temple Guard, it's the Ceremonial Safety. There it is. Yeah, it's still terrifying, even if it is arguably an easy win. I'm getting more comfortable with it. It's like, I don't know if you heard what I said earlier, because I'm so used to my front line being like stronger than any other team, when I do finally face off against something that's actively stronger, in the case of ogres, it's terrifying. But I am thankful for the matches I did have against ogres. It helped me prepare for this. It's just, how lucky are they on the injuries that could screw me over? Every single one of my skinks have sidestep. Wow. I don't think I need all my skinks there. Do I need a... Yeah, I do want a skink with strength 3. I want Kurnox in, because he can single-handedly get 3 dice on these Noblar if I can't get one of my Saurii on him. It ultimately comes down to that. How effective, how brutal is their first turn? Or first few turns even. Because unlike my last opponent, they do have 2 rerolls, so they could... Yeah, these ogres don't actually have Loner. So they can reliably deal with an inopportune bonehead if they really need to make a power play. That's something I have to get used to and be aware of too. They don't have Loner. Which is an odd thing, but I guess it's important, considering the one major weakness of their team. And sadly, with all the guards that they do have, Krosa is sadly kind of useless here with his guard, since they easily negate that with just the one ogre. Because, ooh, high kick. Well, that's an event I don't care about, but I'm curious, how much fans do we have? They have 7 fan factors, so they've been doing pretty good on the matches so far. And they got some damn luck. Actually, wow, it was a 4+. It was actually a 4+ to pick that up. I'm surprised. Oh, that's the one with the increased agility, that's why. So he's definitely going to be tricky to deal with, but it's... And he does have break tackle, let's not overlook that. Does not have dodge, so it's not like it's a skink or an elf for crying out loud, but I cannot overlook that. Oh no, it's extra movement, not agility, is it? Oh, it is higher agility, never mind. So 1 stun, 2 stuns, so far their streak's going amazingly there. What about this last one? Just a push. Which goes over here, maybe? Yeah, they should have tried blocking this one here. Unless they want to try for the experience, which this ogre is close to level 3, which may have been why they didn't block with this one. Because then they could have pushed here and then had another block attempt here. Bonehead. So 2 boneheads in the first turn helps alleviate a lot of this, the fast armor breaks, or the early armor breaks rather. Now, they do have 5 Noblar. I'm just wondering, how likely would this player be to hand off to a Noblar? Or should I be really concerned that this ogre is going to try and run all the way to the other end of the field? That's what I'm trying to think. Because normally I want to try and kill these things, which I should still do. There's just 5 of them, so it's very unlikely I can knock them all out. Oh, okay, I see what I want to do. They have no replacements because of the Journeyman. So it doesn't matter if I kill all of them this half. I just need to kill them all. Ideally, prevent them from touching them this turn. Which is something I should have considered. If they had no replacements, I should have gone the offensive to make it a little more likely for me to injure these on their half. But again, they have an agility 3 ogre, so maybe I'm overthinking it. And I don't care about you guys. I just want to make it awkward for your positioning and kill Noblars on the side. That would be a go for it there though. So sadly Axlmitl is in a bad spot to start killing off these guys on the left. But if I blitz here, he can back up and be my to the rest of the line. It's farming day for Axlmitl though, it goes without saying. No. Yeah. It would not surprise me if Axlmitl gets level 4 before we even get another Saurii to level 2, but I was kind of hoping he had more movement so I could protect him at the same time. Because once my opponent starts noticing I'm using him exclusively on Gnoblar killing, they're going to want to go after him. And I gotta be mindful, I am spraying my arc a little bit wide here. I need to make sure the center is covered as well. Well, if they go along the edge, there's always a possibility of them to go off the field. And these guys, they all dodge on 2+ for crying out loud. Oh, is that a niggling injury? Yeah, niggling injury. So I want to go after you especially. And where's my fire skink? To kind of cover the gaps. You have yet to move, so where do I want to put you? Well, actually, with Crossing them down, they actually serve as a good of a block. At least filling out this hole. Now I have one skink left. I want to cover my left side here without a doubt. And they only get one block on their next turn. And we're already knocked out one of their Gnoblar. So we only have 4 left to go. And this one with the niggling injury is a prime target when the situation warrants it. Hello there, Itrig. You are having terrible luck with that bonehead, but you are not willing to commit on the reroll. Which maybe I respect your restraint, because he's not really at risk just yet. Thank God for dodge. Sure, it's still terrifying with 3 dice, but it's arguably, the skinks are arguably harder to knock down than the damn Saurii. It's the sad truth. You actually did make it in time, but to be fair, I had an incredibly quick match with an ogre like half an hour ago. We played the first half and they just conceded. So really, this is the second match of the stream, so you're just in time for this. But since this is like we're playing against ogres, it's pretty self-explanatory. You can already see what the strength of this squad is. Big, massive ogres, and their runners, their little tiny guys, are like the weakest units in the game. Incredibly annoying to deal with, unless you have the proper skills, but really damn easy to understand. Although they do have a couple of uniquely trained ogres. Like, for some reason, this ogre has the ball. And also got additional agility to go with it. And then other than that, they only have 1 with blocks, so I'm still quite strong at bashing them. I just can't give them free blocks just because of how easy they outmuscle me. Another bonehead. That's also another risk of so many ogres. They have the same type of negative trait I showed you before with Crossa. A 1 in 6 chance if you try and do anything with them, that they don't cooperate. Oh, and you also have break tackle. I can't overlook that. Because it means you're as dodgy as a goddamn elf. So I want Crossa to tie him up ideally, just to make it more riskier, but at the same time. How many break tackles do they have? You have break tackle. You have break tackle. They have 3 break tackles. So they're going to be the hard ones to knock down. Or at least keep pinned. Hey guys, I'm monologuing too much. We got stuff to do, damn it. And I want to blitz another Gnoblar, it goes without saying. So actually, we'll just stand our ground. I like this formation. I just want to kill Gnoblar. It's going to be tricky to do. Yeah, again, it's going to be tricky to do because I'm burning so much my movement to try and do this. I want to stay away, and that's denying me the 3 dice. Yeah, it's because they're using their strength to dodge, as opposed to their agility, which is why it's going to be so difficult to knock them down. Sadly, Mighty Blow did nothing there, and I seriously want to tie you up because you are likely to try and jump my friend. let's tie you up. This is my level 1 skink, so you're the only one I'm willing to sacrifice, or at least put at risk. So other than that, I don't have to do a whole lot. I already blitzed, so there's no point moving forward. Let's see what their next move is. Oh, Bonehead, I've been spared. The Boneheads have been terrible for my opponent. And they do have rerolls to kind of help negate that. Oh my god. Today has not been your day. It's looking like it's going to be an easy win for me, but that's just because my opponent has terrible luck right now. 2 Boneheads in a row, that's the same odds as getting 2 skulls on a dice block. And that one does have block. So it's a good thing you blitz with them, because any other ogre would have sucked. But that's the value why I got block on all the Saurii that leveled up, because it basically negates that one result we just had, which is both players are knocked down. So even if I'm on the attack, well, basically when I'm on the attack, it's literally a 1 in 6 chance for each dice of having a bad result. Maybe not a good result, but avoiding the bad results. How many Boneheads was that this turn? Good God. I like to be challenged, but this is not being challenged if the Boneheads are what's kind of winning it for me. But at the same time, I can't... I do want to go after this ogre. The skinks are just the worst type. Normally I would use skinks to rush in there and just grab the ball carrier, or at least tackle the ball carrier, but when the ball carrier is like 3 times larger than my runners, my skinks, it changes that dynamic a little bit, wouldn't you say? Maybe even 4 times larger. It's hard to envision when I zoom in. Actually, I can't envision it. We're just the right height to look at his damn pelvis. Oh god, and I don't want... We're even looking at under his undergarments. Let's just pretend we didn't do that, okay? Just pretend that never happened. So Axlmitl is tied up, but I could get a 1 dice block on him. And you have Bonehead, I gotta remember that, so my skink can kind of go over here freely. I dislike separating my guys a bit, because these Saurii are strongest when they are in a group. So am I comfortable eventually opening up here? I want to blitz something too, so... So I'm not quite... Oh, you're Bonehead, I keep forgetting that. I was a little bit shocked you were recommending me go straight through. Who else do I want to move? Because if... Again, I want to deal with the Gnoblars. Although you do not have blocks, so it's not really worth it, the sad truth is. So let's just get these guys in here. Gotta be mindful of my open tackle zones, because when he starts moving, he's going to have a nice window if I'm not careful. Damn it. Oh, the Gnoblar. The goddamn Gnoblar. This is part of the issue I have with the camera. There was a Gnoblar that denied me assist. Which really stinks. And you have block. I could have burnt a reroll there. Technically. I dislike moving so many players over here because it makes my middle more fragile. Okay, we got the POW. I'm just going to leave you there since the Gnoblar's already tied up. Now, am I okay with you here? It's still an open spot. But it's not like there's anywhere they can realistically go just yet. Since these Noblar, they can dodge any of my tackle zones on a 2+, so they're gonna get by no matter what they do almost. Almost. Especially with dodge. Sadly, I should have chanced maybe the reroll, because this could bite me in the ass. But, wow. Did it just happen again? Okay, they burnt their one reroll. They're getting sick and tired of this charade. They didn't try handing off or anything? Oh, and you had break tackle, which is why they tried to dodge there. Gotta remember that. That is important to note, especially when I have a fragile area that they could run through. But you get a free block, which scares me, and then they can blitz. Although they might be tempted to go after the skink. Oh yeah, these Noblar are here to try and get the 3 dice, is it? Because these 2 Saurii are kind of negating that. That's probably what you're doing. Alright, what are you bashing? Because it's a 1 dice block if you attack a Saurii. There you go. Well, I take that back. No, you're not going. It's burning a lot of their units to try and get this 2 dice block, because I think they want to kill Axlmitl right now. Oh no, they went after the skink, which they did get the POW, but again, the Hexal is a level 1 skink. But thankfully, we don't have to mourn him just yet. Thankfully. Since with Mighty Blow, that is basically what? I don't know what the chance is. I think it's a 58% chance to actually stun him, at the very least. To at least break the armor. Good God, these boneheads. He's boneheaded almost as much as the actual moves with those ogres. And I'm gonna feel bad for him when I win this match. But that is also the nature of this team too. To be fair, I feel like the other ogre teams had their boneheads go really well in their favor. With a few at really bad moments, but otherwise I like to think they went well for him. So maybe this is just karma for me and not so much my opponent having bad luck. Now, this is where having break tackle on my Saurii would be amazing, and this is kind of what I was afraid of too. Yeah, and just to let you know, he had a bunch of Noblar journeymen, which are basically mercenaries, since he either had all his Noblar killed, or he just didn't buy them, so he automatically got replacements, so... Oh wait, I need to go after the ball carriers, what's going on? How to best do that? Well, that's an easy answer. Krosa has guard. That's the easy answer. Can I get 2 assists anywhere? I can if Krosa takes this spot. Ah, dang it. Am I willing to chance a 1 in 9 dodge? Actually, I don't need to chance it. Although, if this just pushes them, it could go badly still. But it will knock the ball out of their hands. And I have block. They do not. And I have 40 seconds. It's hard to envision what... I still am protected if this goes badly for whatever reason. At least the middle of the field. So I don't want to move him yet. Yes, thank you, block. And if I chance picking that up, I really want to chance picking this ball up. This would give Mesteko a level up if I rerolled, since I have 3 to spare. I'm feeling greedy and I don't like it. I'm feeling really damn greedy. But I think this would be smarter. How much movement would I have? Not a lot. This technically is still greedy, just not as greedy as with the Saurii. And again, the middle of the field is still protected tackle zone-wise, so... This is gonna hurt, though. Oh, and I probably should have got up with my skink. Axlmitl. Just stunned, thankfully. I probably should have moved with a lot of these guys to try and get up here to surround the ball. But if they push just right, since I'm not quite experienced with denying them pickups yet, that could work against me. Knockout. Okay, I'll live with a knockout. But at the very least, I should have got up with Karnox. Is it Karnox? No, it's Ulda, or Tehexel. But at least I'm next to the ball, and I'm in good position to just knock you down again. This is just not a formation I'm used to with Saurii, because again, they're strongest when they're there to support each other, and right now they're basically all separate. I think I chance pushing the ball because it bounces over here, maybe. There's a 1 in 3 chance. Which sadly, that was the opposite direction. The reason the Battlefleet Gothic season's delayed, I have to guess they're waiting for their patch. Since the Season 2 was when they did that big balance patch and the massive battles? I forget what exactly that game mode was called. So if I had to guess, that's why it's delayed, since they're timing it with their updates. Outside of just a regular schedule, but I'm waiting. Don't worry, you're not the only one waiting for it. I'm waiting for it as well. Adriani has gotten the vote for the Season 3, with Imperial Navy just inching behind. It's entirely possible that there could be random votes at the last moment that have me play Imperial Navy instead. You're actually going to pick up with an ogre that just boneheaded. I'm excited for the expansion because keep in mind, it is a paid DLC for the Chaos expansion, so that ultimately means that if it goes well, that encourages them to support the game more. Which is never a bad thing for us who like to enjoy the multiplayer. Despite all the begrudging moans about how imbalanced it's perceived at least. Which may still be true. It is almost impossible to fairly balance something with 12 individual factions. But that's a different time. How do I want to go about this? I want to blitz the Noblar. At least one of the Noblar. And I actually want to that's 1 dice. Yeah, I can't quite get 2 dice, and I don't want to just move Karnox Krosa 1 space just to get 2 dice blocking, am I? He's not useful here. Oh, and you're bonehead, so never mind what I said. Balance changes, maybe. I haven't looked at any of the forums to even know what they have in mind, if I were to be serious. Sadly, that was a push. There's still 4 turns left, so I'm keeping the rerolls. I think I chanced for just keeping the ball there, making it as difficult for him as possible to pick it up. Since they have no nerves of steel, I was hoping maybe chancing again to see if it bounces towards me. And I've been neglecting my skinks quite a bit, which sadly are a level 1 skink that can't get anywhere really useful. Oh, dang it. I didn't realize there was a Noblar there. It happened again. Damn Noblar here was hidden under the cover of darkness. But I basically did all the moves I want to outside of Krosa. So far my record with the Ancient Predators is so far what, 10 wins, 1 draw? Although to be fair, I'm not even at max level coach. I think I only played a grand total of what, 16, 17 multiplayer matches, and like 6 or 7 of them was back when Blood Bowl 2 was released about 3.5 years ago. I can't honestly remember what my record was way back then, but so far I have not lost a game yet with these guys. So it's been going well. I just need to try for a touchdown maybe. I have a perfect I have a really good chance of getting a touchdown. I just need to either get lucky with the ball pickup or free up some space. And in our bonehead, you have one reroll, and you chose not to burn it. I can respect your tolerance. You're probably used to this, aren't you? Used to all these boneheads occasionally happening when you don't need them. Because I imagine that alone would have forced a lot of people to just rage quit out. Even though they haven't really suffered that much just yet. Since I only got one injury on a Noblar. Oh my god, another bonehead. This is the one with the additional movement too. So they want to try something desperate there, like maybe pass to an ogre. I better not mock it. Oh, sidestepped. Who's pushing, damn it? I would love to know who's pushing so I can plan this out. I don't honestly know. If it would push one of these guys over, that might have been useful. Yeah, because if I chose not to sidestep, these guys would get pushed over. Oh my god, 3 boneheads in a row this time. So they tried to pick it up there. And it is in a better position for him if only... Oh, you're bonehead, so... There's opportunities here for me. Because guess who it is that's now available to murder something. And best of all, I don't need to blitz. I just need to somehow knock you down. Which should be easy to do, because Axlmitl can support. Both down. What's the R1 damage? Oh, and they're both down. I would have liked the POW to move forward, since that would have given me assist, would it? Nope. Yeah, it would have given me assist because there's no dang Noblar there to ruin my day. And Krosa has guard. Oh wait, you're a bonehead. I'm overthinking this because I can just pick up the ball right now and have a clear path over. Sadly, I did blitz. And there's no real... If I go here, there's 2 tackle zones to contend with. And you do have block. Sink you both down. And an injury to boot. No long-term effects, but I'll accept... Ooh, a level up on... Oh, Mestak guys level up. Perfect. Another level 3 Saurii. And I get 2 dice here. Yeah, I'm just realizing if I pick up the ball, I have to sidestep here. So I need to deal with you. Who's best qualified? Since I sadly have no block. I could push you down here. And since you still have to dodge anyway, that's not terrible. I just realized that damn Noblar. This is probably the best I could ask for. I don't know where to put Krosa yet, and I still have 2 rerolls. I need to be prepared I need to be ready in case this fails. Because who knows where this ball might go. I'm not going to dodge with you. Actually, you could just block. Doesn't that... I'm worried that might make it worse. Actually, no. Yeah, especially with sidestep. I'm worried that might make it work, because sidestep allows him to choose where he gets pushed. If I don't knock him down. Don't do it to me, Karnox. Don't do it to me. Well, I'm having bad luck with the ball. Them damn journeymen. They're sabotaging both our efforts, aren't they? And this... Oh, they're not willing... Are they willing to do a both down to try and... Nope. Now, I am not going to use sidestep. I might regret this. Because then they push... Because they choose to push. I was thinking for some reason I got to pick where to go. So that may have been a bit of a mistake there. I misunderstood how that may have played out. But now there's only possibly one ogre that can deny me the ball. Unless the Noblar are lucky enough to pick up. The Noblar are annoying, but at the same time, they don't... Yeah, their twitchy trait makes them easier to dodge, but they don't punish me at all. Oh, when opponents dodge, so actually they still will affect my pickup. I take that back. So I'm completely wrong about this situation. They can deny the ball pretty damn well here. I was thinking maybe I could just knock this one out. Well, he's currently a bonehead, but he could still act. Which one was that bonehead? Because seeing all these skills is a little annoying. Okay, push. So you're gonna... Yeah. You're gonna get surfed there, Gorpak, but... You are the fresh blood. You should be... Okay. Okay, just a stun result, which means he'll be back in the next half. You're actually going to try picking up. And you didn't... Wow, you didn't even have break tackle there, but you did have the agility. Let's not jinx it yet. They have no rerolls, so this is risky for them. They got it, though. So now... begs the question. I'm going to need my skinks to tie him up. And they have no rerolls. Actually, that would be a go for it, but I can tempt it. Do I have better alternatives? Mestekoet, clear some space, please. I can easily get multiple players on it, on that ogre, but ideally I would like to knock him down in a way that I can pin him down. Which I should be able to do, but it will require a couple of dodges. Which is no longer a factor. And with my blow, this could hurt a lot. This could hurt a lot. And I think I kind of need to tie up these ogres in case too for assists. For some reason I had in my mind maybe I got a 1 dice block with Karnox. Wasn't meant to be. So this is the best I can do with no block. So that's my move. Is there anything else I want to do beforehand? Again, I kind of want to tie up some of their players, or at least slow them down. These guys are almost impossible to knock down, but it's worth tying them up. But ideally, I'm trying to get in the way of the ogres, so they can't maybe get any assists. Because if I push you in between these two, who am I kidding? That's not... They're likely going to blitz, and that's going to really suck. I positioned to Hexel poorly, because blitz into this guy, and then that frees them. And I have to do a bunch of dodges for that. I did this a little bit wrong, but I'm going to chance it at least. I got the POW. That's the result I would have liked, but I could have done that a little bit better. Or at least got rid of a little bit of the risk. Actually, Crosa should have gone over here. His prehensile tail would have been amazing for the twitchy guys. I'm just stalling out the clock. Stalling out the clock. Although, why did you unselect my guy? I just want to keep moving. I got a little bit lucky there, because I fear a push would have been a terrible mistake for me. It would have forced me to burn my reroll. If I couldn't knock him down, that is. Hell, I would have been willing to take a both down. So actually, maybe that's not as terrible. But, oh yeah, I didn't realize how many turns we have. It's actually possible for me to touch down. If I can grab the ball and not fail it, that is. But these guys are getting in the way, so you know that's not likely to happen. But all the tackle zones are covered. There's no way they can get an ogre over here. It's just this one guy who's very much not going to get over to the ball. Not unless they really want to chance it. The only reason I think they would try and grab the ball is if they fear I might still get a touchdown. That's the only reason I think they would even try that move. Because if he fails, then that makes my job a lot easier to try to go up here. Since I don't have to block at all. I just wish I put Cross in a better spot. And speaking of which, how many, they have 3 Noblar left. And which one's the Niggling? This is a good opportunity if I can blitz to go after Niggling, but it doesn't actually want to show me on this little overlay. Oh, I already got rid of the Niggling, never mind. So never mind that, their Niggling guy is already gone. Can I perform skink bullshit is the big question now. Because Axlmitl is free. You don't want to know what I'm going to do to your Noblar once he gets his hands on him. Because you have no ogres intervene. Oh, you are going to blitz though. That was probably the smartest thing you can do, but I think you just push and stand there. Really? That actually makes my life easier, because then I don't have to do a block. There is possibility for bullshit now. And I know exactly what I want to do, but they're going to sidestep. I need to make sure they get knocked down, so it might be worth re-rolling. Because otherwise that's 3 dodges I'll have to do. And just to demonstrate it, well, that's not what I want. It's poorly demonstrated, but I would need to make 2 dice rolls, or 3 even. Murder our Noblar friend. Both down. Damn. Axlmitl is getting power level today. If you want to know how to level up your front line, your blitzers, just face off against a bunch of ogres, is what it comes down to. Now, Karnox, you failed me twice, buddy. But today's your day to shine. This past 6 seconds is your time to shine. Don't fail me. And best of all, guess who our runner is here? It's Kungwa, who has the reroll to the handoff. So I didn't need that reroll for this. Skink bullshit. It's still a 1 in 6 chance. There we go. What a way to end off that half. Kungwa's almost at level 4 now because of how much we've been relying on him for those type of plays too. But I'm in good shape for the next half, and they only have, what, 2 Noblar left? I still have Gordohi knocked out. I think it's Gordohi, is it? No, yeah, it is Gordohi. So I am missing one of my block Saurii. But Now I'm in a position where I basically can do the same thing as what I had in mind for my Chaos match. Just stall the ball, or stall the match, or stall the play rather, and just don't take any unnecessary risks trying to go for a quick touchdown. I should still try for a touchdown without a doubt, but so long as I have the ball, it should be insanely difficult for them to actually tie it up. So that should be my priority. And Kurosa has guard, which is going to be amazing here, because these Saurii get 1 dice blocks, hands down. How do I want to adjust this formation? Because I would love Karnox in a position to just get at these Noblar. And then other than that, I think I like this formation. As silly as it may sound, Reptilian Jaw is kind of the more bashy one, but Kroos is in a bad spot to support for that reason too. I could make my own formation, but I like those formations as they currently are. I think we go with it. It's not as bashy as I could be against ogres, but then again, they're ogres. They are really resilient. I thought I had the fan factory, a dick. At least it was someone that's not on the front line. Oh, they rolled really high. I had better fame, but they rolled a 5. That's what happened there, damn it. Ooh, and the ball's right here. This is a lovely tribute to the ogre gods, or Nuffle rather. Now, it's impossible for me to get 2 dice block. I can get 1 dice block though, so there's always that. Oh, and these guys have guard too, which doesn't really matter because this is why I chose this formation. Their guard means nothing, but it's still a 1 dice block. Again, I gotta remember my strategy. I just want to stall it out, and then we'll look for a window to push forward. With 1 dice blocks, this could be bad, but I do have a reroll. When that fails, then I might be worried. I probably should have followed up because that helps Krosa get some blocks in. But now I actually have some skinks to support. Maybe even foul? Well, it's not possible unless I get both down dice here. Let's try this again. We both have block, and this is what the reroll's for. Damn! Estekoic gets more SPP. Nice. Miss a game, so at least their next victim won't have to worry about 6 ogres. But now let's give Kurosa 2 dice. And my tackle zones are still covered, so this is incredibly safe even if it goes badly. It just might be over here I might be vulnerable. Nope, I get the POW. I won't follow up. Just minimize their blocks as much as possible. But otherwise I'm secure, and oh, and I have a blitz too. How do I'm only gonna get a 1 dice block. Actually, I could get 2 dice block, never mind. So this is worth using my blitz on something. Yeah, let me put you here. Yeah, and that's Kungwa too, one of my more valuable skinks, so I gotta be mindful. I should have swapped that around, but I didn't quite have the movement. Perfect, stumbles. And maybe I do follow up to protect Kungwa a bit. Because you're already kind of isolated, aren't you? And otherwise, let's protect our tackle zone here some, now that I moved that skink. No, not you too, Pog. To be fair, it is a 3+, but I'm failing my pickups a lot so far. So far we're at what, 5 of 7 or 6 of 7 pickup attempts? That one being the 7th. Only one of them actually succeeded. And surprisingly, that was the one I needed most for the touchdown. But I am well covered, But any good blitz that they do will leave an opening here to get right at the ball. That's the one thing I'm afraid of a little bit, but the good thing about all these knockdowns is their movement is cut down by 3. So they really can't move at all. At least these 3 ogres hardly can move if they try and get up. It's just this one that could get behind me. Oh, why is my recording still going? Did I... Oh no, I know why. I reset the Story, I think is what happened. Oh, bonehead, thankfully. I got scared because I was looking at my recorder and it says it was 5 minutes in. The reason why I do that is because for some reason after my recorder records for... Let's see which way I want to go, this way. After my recording goes for past 45 minutes, for some reason it takes a lot longer for me to actually separate the 2 audio files. Which is my microphone and the game sounds is what I mean. So if I stop before then, it cuts that time down immensely. Ugh, I did not want to look at your loincloth, please. That just got R-rated. I might have to censor that. But they're getting desperate, you can tell by that maneuver. They were willing to take all those dodges. Now, I kind of want to farm on more Noblar, but they're too far back. So instead, let's farm on more ogres. And I need to foul you too, let's keep that in mind. I'm interested in fouling, but what's the chance to even foul? 10 plus, so I would need some assists. I gotta be smart with my positioning, because I'm gonna have to infest multiple players to increase my odds. Don't worry, I'm thankful. They had to pick that camera angle, didn't they? Damn it, Cyanide, you dicks. Yeah, where do I put you, Crosa? I like you to tie him up, but they can. I want to avoid blocks if at all possible. Let's not kid ourselves. This is how I've been doing so well and not suffering so many injuries, because every one of these ogres have Might Blow, which increases their chance to break my armor after all. But I do need to block with you. Actually, do I blitz with you? Because that is technically a free block too. And I'm burning a lot of time, let's keep that in mind. And don't worry about picking up the ball after the foul. I can't really blitz anyone though, unless I want to blitz with Crosa. Which is a bit questionable, just because of the risk of Bonehead. I think I'm okay with this. You go over there, give us our 2 dice block. Good, got ourselves a POW. Let's decorate you POW here. That's a 1 dice, but I have block, I'm okay here. It's not terribly risky, especially for reroll. And you, Kungwa, aid us in the fouling that's about to incur. Yeah, I'm just leaving the ball there so long as they can't pick it up, which is why I want to stun the hell out of this guy. Okay, I did get ejected, which basically means I rolled doubles on the dice. But he is stunned. That at least keeps him there for another turn. Sadly, he was 1 away. Actually, I think that would have been a knockout if it wasn't for 6 Skull. Yeah, a roll of 8 would have treats as a stun. Damn it. That was almost a knockout. That almost paid off there. But yeah, Pog's now ejected for the entire match, which is not a big deal, of course. It's just 1 less player on the field, though, which can cost me if I do it badly. And each one of these players just increases the chance of me breaking their armor. But it does not help at all in the injury itself. Oh, I'm just realizing they only have 4 ogres here at the moment because I injured one. This one's currently stunned. Oh, this is going to be fun. It might actually work, though, because he did land. In a terrible spot, no less, but he did land. Oh, and he already moved as well. So I have a turn to deal with him, but guess who's available? Guess who is not tied up to a tackle zone right now? Farming season continues here for Noblar. Or I guess it's hunting season, but as far as I'm concerned, it's farming. Since we're just farming for these weeds. For the SPP. They're a bonehead. They're a little more reasonable this half, but good God, were they abysmal rolls. I still am not going to feel good for our poor friend here. So, first order of the day. Let's have our fun with you. It's basically a 1 in 3 chance since there's 2 results I want. There's the block, trying to hide behind the blitz, damn you. Ooh, Mighty Blow does it. Miss next game. How much SPP did you get in this stream alone? Good God. Keep in mind, last week, he just leveled up, and now he's like 5 SPP away from level 4. If he gets MVP, he's already level 4, for crying out loud. Now, this is a bit awkward. I can't quite push you guys back, especially with no block. And you can't move unless I want to roll. Krosa can assist, though. But then again, so could Mastekwood. I should... Oh, you're not Bonehead. I was going to say maybe Krosa could have gone here. That is a 1 dice block. I think the Skinks are now going to contribute on the hunting. The Noblar hunting. Since I don't think I need them so much. Because they have really... Yeah, they have 5 players out right now. I kind of have numbers on them. Can I get a knockdown? Am I willing? Because I need to reroll because I still want to foul. I'm chancing my luck a little bit there. Oh, I should have moved him over on the right. Actually, yeah, Krosa could have assisted. That was a terrible idea. I just didn't see the arrow, is what happened. So who gets to foul this guy? I just want to keep him down for the count. I may be playing with my food. I should realistically... Wow. 2 ejects at this so far. In all seriousness, though, I should pick up the ball and just run. Again, they don't have the numbers anymore to kind of chase me. I'm just going to have to do something a little bit risky and let them bash on me. Since I wasn't really paying attention to their numbers in all seriousness. Especially now that another one of their Noblar are knocked out. This might hurt. Okay. It was a dud. What about this next one? They're thankfully both level 1, so it's not terrible yet. Or at least, it's not a huge loss. Oh, you freed your ogre. So now you have one that can move, but where would he go? No, not the skink. Aww. Remember what I said, the skinks are probably harder to knock down than the damn Saurii, so I really do question that. Outside of them being afraid of a touchdown. Which their concern should be trying to get a touchdown in all seriousness. Oh, you actually had the movement. I thought you had... Oh, you did go for it, didn't you? Yeah, you went double go for it. Thankfully, I'm okay with that. And this will give me a 2 dice block. Okay, sorry about that there. Now, where were we? I hope my stream's going. I just want to make sure it's on mute. Yeah. Because I had a weird case where it ruined my... or messed up my stream a little bit there because it cut down the game audio, I think. Otherwise, where was I? Needing a 2 dice block here. So this should go well. They have block, but thankfully I have a backup plan. And it's a stun. Ooh, even better, it's a knockout. So now they're down to 5 players. I gotta stop playing with my food, and I should have picked these guys up too. I do have a blitz. It's only a 1 dice, sadly. So in all honesty, I want Krosa to kind of do the 2 dice block. And you get 2 dice on that Noblar. I think I pick up the ball first. At least try to. I have the reroll for this. Now, how? I was thinking of going over here, because all these are tied up. Oh, that was not what I wanted. I wanted to target him and accidentally hit the end button. So that was my mistake, but either way, yeah, whether Krosa got the block or not, it doesn't matter. They're tied up. I just wish I had an opportunity to try and bash this Noblar, though. He's the last one in my way. And Kungwa, if he gets a touchdown, is going to get a level up, so I think I'm inclined to go the extra mile and not really do a pass. Oh, break tackle. I completely forgot about that, damn it. Are you willing to both down? You should. Sadly, Kungwa's injured, but no long-term effects, though. So I'm good with that. But I overlooked break tackle. Speaking of which, how many break tackle do they have left? You have break tackle. You have break tackle. All their ogres that are left still have break tackle. I didn't take out any one of them yet. Where's my skills? Okay, there we are. Okay, it was on there. I was just looking at Saurii that had no skills. That explains it. So, sadly, Axlmitl is not going to have any fun here. But Mestekwed has block, so let's start with him. You know what I'm kind of inclined to do? I have 4 turns left. Maybe I try and pick up with a Saurii. Statistically, if I use my reroll, it's supposed to be a 55% chance I pick up with the Saurii. Since no one else is... Well, Tehexel is close to a level up, so I might be inclined, but I need to dodge with Tehexel too. And I have a blitz, but sadly, I have no one to really blitz. Outside this ogre. Ah, bonehead, boo. I don't really want Axlmitl to pick it up, even though he is incredibly close. So maybe I save that for another turn. I can't quite get them in the tackle zone. Oh yeah, and the Noblar's denying the assist. So I think we ignore this one, because he would have to do go for it. Hell, he can't even block anyone if I move away. So I'm just inclined to move everyone over. Actually, I want as many Saurii here as possible, just to make them using a blitz as unencouraging as possible. Since I can easily bash them back, it's not a big loss. I have the numbers now, so I should be abusing it. And I actually do want to try, and if I go a few years, strength 3, so in theory, actually, hold that thought. I'm not going to do it because you could get blitzed. But I am going to try this, as stupid as it may sound. I should have gone up instead, damn it. Yeah, let Tehexel at least tie up this ogre. We did get the pickup at least, but Again, I still have 3 turns to try to reasonably go for the ball. So it wasn't terribly risky, I just would have likely burnt my reroll. And again, they have almost no players left, so I have to change my mindset now. I could just stand next to them and they basically are punished incredibly heavily. Although I kind of wish Karnox was a little bit more to the left to help punish that break tackle attempt. Come on, Axlmitl. Hang in there. Knockout, I'll deal with that. I can live with that. And how... You can't quite touch down next turn. But you're close. You're really damn close. So it's, getting a second touchdown seems very damn likely. Unless they want... They can still blitz. Let's not jinx it. Oh, you have to do double go for it if you want to try a safer break. And that is... I'm trying to... It's not showing what break tackle's odds are. That's the only problem, so I don't know what the chances are there. Okay, a push. I'll happily take that. So apparently, they just need to... Let's see, a 2+. Yeah, Oh, I could just bash with you, because guess who's ready to murder some ogres? Hey, multiple people are ready to murder ogres. I think I'm okay with this. And you don't have block. Well, not that it matters, but I like to keep you with the rest of my players. Karnox? No, I was thinking maybe there was a possibility to surf him off, but I think that's just me being greedy. If I push you there and then block 2 players here. I could technically do it, but I would need a lot of assists. And there's a lot of players in the way too, with that said. So, I'm just trying to be greedy, I think. Even though I don't know how much I would have to invest in it. Because I would need 2 players here. Well, if I blitz with Axlmitl, I can't quite blitz with you anyway, so... No, it's not gonna work. I'm trying to be clever, but I'm 1 player short with not enough movement. So let's not bother with that. Because, yeah, we did get the knockdown at least, so that's always good. Now you can go here. We're kind of relegate ourselves to a half cage, so this is going to be really tenuous. So I need someone to tie up the ogre, which we have the perfect person for. And I need to move you over there. Just gotta keep in mind the break tackle. And I need to make this Noblar could try something sneaky, even if it is a red dice. If they just get a push result, I'm off the field. So I gotta be protected in that circumstance. Maybe I go here, make it a little more problematic for the ogre. And negate this Noblar unless they want to go around. Now I feel silly for having Mastekowitz just keep him there, because now he's the only one to kind of tie up that ogre. It seems like a good plan, then I tried to get clever. And now Mastekowitz all isolated. They're still going to try and dodge. They still have all their break tackles, so... This could still go well for them, but it doesn't help them when they're dodging into tackle zones the best, I think. At least it makes it a lot harder. It's this one guy I'm afraid of, because he always gets a 2+ to dodge. Because now, that's what they're going to try and do. Desperation tactics. Ah, that's unfortunate. So I'm curious what they rolled. How likely were they to fail? This... And where's the ball go? Wait a minute, did the ball seriously not move anywhere? Oh. Okay, lagged out, it bounced off the edge multiple times. This one does not have break tackle, so this you don't want to try. Wow. These dice are... well... the dice are finally failing. If only a little bit. Thankfully they did fail to pick up. But so much for my dreams of getting a Saurii to touch down. But I'm still in a position where I can touch down, sort of. Do I really only have Carnox on the field, though, as far as the skink? Yep, because 2 of them got ejected. That's a go for it. And that's also a go... wait a minute, that's not a go for it, never mind. And you are gonna... ooh. I love this potential. I don't think you get any experience because... oh, never mind, block is what I need anyway. No injury. But you were stunned for a turn. And I do have an apothecary, but I want to minimize the amount of ogre blocks at this point. Because any serious injuries I want to avoid. Since we had this last week after all. It's only 1 dice, but I do have block. No, that's not where I want you to go. At the very least, it gets a Saurii on the ball. Now, do I want to follow up? Again, I want to avoid giving him free blocks at this point. Sadly, they're going to have at least 1, but... Carnox, you're going up the plate now. You're going to grab us the ball. And I have 1 turn left to try for a touchdown. You do not have block. And I have no reroll to even risk a double red dice. Not that it really matters. I think I'd rather he knock himself down. Maybe. I think their Mighty Blow would still take effect, with that said. What are you going to do? You have 2 turns left. You only have 1 Gnawblar left, so if I can knock him out... actually, yeah, that is quite literally the last Gnawblar, so if I could somehow injure it, it's impossible for him to do a 1-turn touchdown by throwing said Gnawblar. Well, even then it's almost impossible because they would have to get the ball to the Gnawblar too. So maybe I'm still okay. Nope. Hang in there, Gorpek. Gorpek survives the onslaught, the gangbang of ogres. If that's not a good indication that he's going to do well for his team in his first match, I don't know what is. Although Mastekwa might suffer a brutal blow here. Nope, he's good. You and your pickups. I do have a skink ready, but do I have enough movement? Because if you go for it, I don't think I can make it back to the touchdown. I think I have just enough movement to go down here and then get back up. And sadly, I cannot get an assist very well here. I get a 1 dice block, and then Krosa gets a 2 dice block, is what it looks like here. And you do not have block there, Gorpak, so... I try and support, maybe that dice will go well, but we'll save you for later. I would like a knockdown. There's a 1 in 3 chance. Nope. Don't think a push does it for me. At least I'm not going to get my 2 dice block anymore. But it could still go well. Just a lot more riskier than it was before. Ooh, and that's a gopher, and I can push you upwards, actually. That might help me some. What do we get? Ah. So I'm not getting my touchdown, alas. So let's take our frustration out for not beating our ogre friend even further. But at the same time, I was trying to stall out and not really go for a serious touchdown, but there was some real potential. This Nobbler just complicated it, just because of how easy he can dodge. And there's nothing to foul. Actually, I should have fouled the Nobbler. I had the movement for it. It probably was just bad manner at this point, in all honesty, but it would have made sure that they could do some. Well, who am I kidding? It would have to get up. It would have spent its turn trying to get up, so there would have been no way he could throw him to get a touchdown. But still, damn solid game there, went incredibly well for me. A little bit unfortunate with my actual attempts to get across the field, but I could have done it better at the same time. Since I kind of knew the Nobbler was going to be able to get in there. I just don't know. I have no way to know what the chances were for that ogre to make it past all those tackle zones. That's the only thing I really need to look on, is see if that really was worth trying. So both down, and I have block. Sheesh, way to give Mesteko even more SPP. Missed next game, so up you apothecated it. I guess it was worth trying since it's the end of the game. I should have said good game. Oh, can I? No, they left. Never mind. That is still another win. And we got a crap ton of experience on my Saurii. Which is not something you would expect with how difficult it is normally to get injuries. So now, I should reroll that, since it's more likely to succeed, but I like stockpiling my money in case I need to buy some buffs or bonuses. And fan factor did not increase further. And Hexel did get his level up. So I was thinking of handing off to him, but he still got it anyway. Good God, what a game. I think it's safe to say that all my matches with ogres so far have at least made me a lot more comfortable. And look at all the experience. 6 on Mesteko, 6 on Axlmitl, who had Mighty Blow, so that's a given. Kungo got 3 for a touchdown. The Hexel got the MVP. And is that really a Nobbler? No, that's their ogre, so an injury and MVP. And then dice rolls. How many boneheads did they fail? Almost half of them. Which is definitely a bad result considering it's a 1 in 6 chance, but good God. And let's see. What else do I want to look for? Apparently I didn't roll that many dice. Mainly because I was trying to avoid getting in their tackle zones, to be fair. And arguably playing very passive on my half to just keep them from grabbing the ball. But them on the other hand, look at the ridiculous amount of rolls they made. That is absurd. I didn't even know it was possible to have that many rolls. Even with the boneheads, for crying out loud. And what about blocks? Since really they only had a single one with blocks, so these two results are bad. And no, actually, oh, I'm the one who did a good handful of blocks, it seems like. I think, oh no, both teams, there we go. They had a ridiculous amount of dice rolls, but apparently I had what looks like more blocks than them, or at least more dice to blocks. And of course it's good for me because most of my Saurii had block as well, so these were actually good results for me most of the time. But damn, the streak continues. Without a doubt. Now let's have some fun for our level ups. I'm getting terrified, we're rapidly building up team value. Which it should be slowing down, you would think, because of the extra amount of points I would need to actually get them their additional levels in. But the Hexel, welcome to the rank of the elites, or at least the Elite 2. Wow. Do I really need 2 skinks with strength? Because I seriously am considering getting block. Where is it? I'm seriously considering getting block or wrestle. It seems a little ridiculous having 2 skinks with strength 3, right? Because I didn't even get to take advantage of Karnox's strength 3 in that battle at all, or in that match at all. So it's hard. I think I'm seriously going to hold off on this. I really need to think on this if I want to go with our strength 3 skink or not. If it was agility, I would take it no questions asked though. But I really need to think on this. But otherwise, Mestekwet, our captain of the team, what do you get? Only basic skills, and what I have in mind for you is I want you to kind of support the rest of the team. So what I'm thinking is maybe getting you break tackle for that reason. It's going to take a little bit of getting used to, but I think that's what I want. Because what are the alternatives? I don't need Dauntless. I don't want you to be a dirty player. Frenzy I'm saving for, damn it. What's my bloodthirst? I forget his name. Who's my... Oratzel. I was going to say Frenzy for Oratzel when he levels up. Never... I was going to say maybe if I should wait a little bit longer before getting even Frenzy at that point, but... I think I'm going with Break Tackle, maybe. I just don't have Dodge, which allows me to reroll, but if Ogre can get away with that shenanigans that we've seen, I should be able to benefit from it nicely, right? What are the alternatives? Guard is definitely good, but it requires me to be stuck in tackle zones, but I like Break Tackle because it means I can get Mestekwet out of awkward spots, and especially if I want to move a different Saurii because they're in a better position to get on maybe as a ball carrier, or at least to protect my ball carrier. This allows me that freedom, which is why I'm thinking of going with this. There we go, Mestekwet. Congratulations, I am going to have to really think on the Hexel if I want to get him that extra strength or not, because I rolled Debble, he can get any skill he wants in the tree now. So what I would like to get him is maybe Block, which we've seen its value single-handedly in that one match alone, or Wrestle, which is a way that counters Block. It doesn't end the turn when you roll a both down result, but it doesn't injure them as well. And this is great for getting after the ball carrier, especially when they have like Block or other abilities to make it hard to knock them down. Wrestle is basically the counter to that. It's just not as much fun because you don't have a risk of breaking their armor. Tackle would be amazing, but that negates dodge, but there's a lot to think on, so I'm gonna hold off on that for now. Otherwise, the streak continues, for crying out loud. 11 wins, 1 draw since I remade this team essentially for my YouTube series, so we're doing amazingly well. I honestly couldn't remember what the record was before, when I was a lowly noob, not paying attention to guides or anything. But we're doing amazingly now. Hell, I'm curious. It doesn't want to tell me. I'm trying to figure out where I can see my ranking. How I fare, but I think it's in the league set up here. Is it here? I think it's on the ladder, is it? Where is it? Leaderboard. That's what I'm looking for. Alright, Ancient Predators, where are you? Ooh, we made in the top 300, so that's not terrible, with only 8 matches played this season. So I'm really happy with that so far. But again, every single team I've been playing against have basically been bashy teams, which is kind of understandable because they're more fun, they're a lot more simpler to wrap your head around. Especially since elves or just trying to play passing games is really intimidating, and your players are really damn fragile. But once I do choose my skill up, I'm going to be at 1570 maybe, if I take the strength boost. And then it'll probably be 1540, depending if I pick anything else, I believe. But thank you everyone for tuning in. We got to see double our matches in, although they kind of feel like the same thing since after all we played nothing but ogres today rather. But still, they were damn solid matches, I like to think. I'm just gonna have to really look on to how I could have done that like half cage maneuver a little bit better when I was hugging the edge of the field is what I mean.